Once upon a time, there were three cute little pigs who lived with their little old mother in an old stone cottage in the woods. I love the scenery here. What a beautiful place. Wouldn't you just love to be here? I could see myself sitting on the porch here with a cup of tea and a good book. Look at these guys. Aren't they just the cutest little pigs you ever saw? What a beautiful old cottage. Mummy Pig must be really proud of her little piggies. Hi, Mummy Pig. What a lovely old lady. Okay, so where were we? Oh, yes, I remember. The cottage was very small, so like most kids do, they decided to go on their way and experience life. They decided to go and build their own little houses in the woods. The first piggy was the youngest one, and as is usually the way with young ones, his brain was damaged from listening to rap music and he had been smoking way too much weed. So he decided to build a house out of straw. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but when you are off your head, everything seems like a good idea at the time. They may be very cute little piggies, but good looks will only get you so far in life. The second little piggy was a little older and a little more intelligent, having said that he had been attending the Burning Man festival quite often and his brain had become scrambled with taking acid. During his flashbacks, he thought building a house from sticks and twigs was the best idea. If you listen to the Grateful Dead, this is the way you think after a while. The eldest piggy had left all the crazy stuff behind in his life and had picked up lessons from his mistakes. He had worked out that money was very important. So he had bought a load of straw and sticks very cheap and had sold it all to his brothers at greatly increased prices. He used the money to buy bricks to make his own house. He thought that if his brothers got eaten by the wolf, then oh dear, very sad, he could claim a fat profit on the insurance money. Okay, this is where it all starts to go wrong. Those poor little pigs. Typical bad luck. It was a full moon outside, and when the full moon was out, you could always find Mr. Wilson, who had been bitten by a wolf a few months ago. During the day, he was a bank manager in the local town, but by night he enjoyed running around the forest, eating small animals and ripping out the throats of anyone he could find. I'm sure he will be back at the office on Monday morning. But for now, as it was still a full moon outside, Monday morning and being back at the office was the last thing on his mind. He wanted to rip someone to pieces. As luck would have it, he came upon a cottage in the woods made of straw. What kind of idiot would make a cottage out of straw, he thought to himself. It's dinner time. As he looked through the window, he realized it was the youngest of the three piggies who was at home. That explains it, he thought. He will be so high from the weed he won't even realize I'm eating him. I'll have some fun with him. Mr. Wilson sat on the roof and shouted at the young piggy.
Little pig, let me know I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your straw house down.
Unfortunately, the little piggy didn't hear a thing as he was completely stoned out of his head and was playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City and was currently being chased by the police through the streets of Miami. He was also so stoned he had forgotten to lock his front door. Oh dear. poor piggy. Oh dear. That did not go well. Always make sure you close the front door. We had better get out of here before the police arrive. They will be pulling pieces of Piggy out of the trees for weeks. That big bad wolf sure is a messy eater. Meanwhile, further in the forest, the Piggy who lived in the house made of sticks and twigs had not heard his brother as he was listening to some banging rave classic. While he was enjoying his rave music, he didn't realise that the vibrations of the music were destroying his house. The twigs and sticks started to fall down around him, but he didn't notice a thing. The music really annoyed the big bad wolf and made him really angry. When he wasn't a werewolf, Mr. Wilson enjoyed a glass of wine while he listened to country and western music. The music gave the wolf a headache. The piggy and the music just had to go. Oh dear, oh dear, this story is taking some unexpected turns. The eldest Piggy didn't care as he was too busy counting the money he had made from selling very poor building material to his brothers. He had also claimed insurance money from the bank after the tragic passing of his younger brothers. He was planning to buy a boat and a big house in Beverly Hills with the money. Unfortunately, he had not noticed that the moon had gone down and it was sunrise outside. The big bad wolf had gone and Mr. Wilson had run out of time to continue with his mission as a werewolf. Back at the bank on Monday morning, Mr. Wilson checked the documents on his desk. He was not impressed with what had happened and he was very angry. He knew he had to do something. The eldest Piggy was so busy counting his money he had also not noticed that the police had arrived at his front door. Mr. Wilson had noticed irregularities in the bank's paperwork, and this had led to the eldest Piggy being convicted of insurance fraud, supplying unsafe building materials, and 2 counts of second-degree manslaughter. At least it was a happy ending. He was now living in a secure and very strong house that the big bad wolf could not blow down. I hope you enjoyed our story. Sleep well, everyone, and thanks for listening.